Well, hello everyone. I know I stand to be reprimanded. What's it? 2 weeks and a couple of dollars short for the cost of living for September. But I got it here. I had it ready in the 4th, and you think you have more time in retirement? I, I, I tell you what, I could do with a little bit more time because I'm busy. I'm kept very busy, and between pickleball and other expat friends, we're in the Bible studies. Well, time flies. Then there's shopping, which I did this morning, and dropped over 8,000 pesos. And of course, I haven't been out for 10 days shopping, so but time flies when you're having fun. Thank God I'm healthy, and if you are, be thankful, because I tell you what, there's guys I play pickleball with, 10 years my junior, and they've got aches and pains and hurts and you name it, and it pays to eat right, folks. Really does. At any rate, here's September cost of living. Food, near 20,000, 19,900, all in pesos now. I'll convert it to dollars at the end with the current exchange or thereabouts. So 19,900. Wi-Fi, the usual 1691. Nothing for cell phones. I still carry over with Gomo. Water, 229. I'm going to round up to the next closest 100 pesos. Of course, drinking water, potable water, 180. That gives me six 5-gallon containers, by the way, that 180. So it's peanuts, isn't it? What's that in today's exchange, like $3 for 6 5-gallon containers? Gas for the vehicles, 2,200. Rent, the 25,000. Electric, 3,955. Phil Health and my SRRV and my car insurance I pay annually. The breakdown is this: Phil Health, $1,250. My SRR Visa, $1,767. This is per month, and the car insurance, about $2,140. And that's vehicle. That's the best coverage you can get on both vehicles. I have this little Suzuki cargo van as well as the car here. So it equates to about $450 a year. Not bad, but what isn't so sweet is, as I indicated last time, to get some minor dents fixed for, and it takes 7+ months to get all the paperwork straightened out between the shop and the broker and the insurance company itself. It's crazy, man. I don't think I'm going to do it again, to be honest with you. I may, but I'm a little ticked right now, to be honest with you. Miscellaneous. Well, here's a big one, because I bought a phone. I had a nice. I actually brought two Samsung S21s Ultras. I brought them here, and one I dropped in the water, and I dropped it on the floor, and it was damaged, but it was still working great. I ended up giving it away to someone who really needed a phone. So I had one in the safe, right? A brand new one. So I get it going, and within 10 months, a green line shows up on the right side, the full length. Just annoying as all get out. So I give that one away because I don't want to deal with that. And going online, apparently Samsung would. There's no. You can't walk into a Samsung shop here and expect immediate service or service, like you can in the United States. I don't even know if there is a dedicated Samsung service center. I don't even know if there is. There might be one in Manila or Cebu, but just the cost involved of getting it done and then not having a phone for a month or two, I thought, forget it. So I wiped it clean and gave it to somebody else that needed a phone really bad. So there's $2,000 because I paid $1,000 each when I left, and I bought them there because I didn't want to buy a Samsung from China. So now they have Samsungs here that are from other countries, which is good. Actually, 2 or 3 countries, Vietnam, and there's I'm not sure if it's Malaysia, but that little country, forget the name of that little country just south of that on southern end. Anyway, there's 2 or 3 other countries producing Samsung. They took it out of China. I don't know if there's some still being built there or not. But I brought those phones. This phone here is just as fast and as powerful as that S21. Now this is, it probably comes from China. I think it does. It's a Realme brand, Realme, and there's various categories start at $200. Well, I kind of wanted to be brought back to the same speed as the others, and I paid $30,000. So that's in the miscellaneous, and that bumps it up to $48,600 for miscellaneous, which equates to the grand total is 106,925 pesos. And I'm using the exchange that I received last time I exchanged, which is 3 weeks old or 4. It's a little bit higher here, just a tad higher, but at 56.65 pesos per dollar, that equates to 1,886.47. So just shy of 1,900. And that's, I bought a phone, a good phone. It equates to about $500 for this phone. So it's a good one. They just have one step up from this one even, and it's even more money. And I didn't think I needed it. It didn't seem like it warranted the difference. It warranted the difference of money, So there we go. That's the total now. I went on a little trip last month. So I didn't include that in these numbers because when you travel, you can't count it in a monthly expense. It just wouldn't be unless you're doing it every month. But I spent in the neighborhood of $53,000, 6 days in a condo, under $30 a day. The flight, you fly from Dumaguete to Manila, wait 4.5 hours, and then fly where I was going, just in the southern island, Mindanao. I don't want to disclose the location. And on the way back from that place to Manila, there's a 5-hour wait to get back here. So that was crazy. And it's not cheap anymore. Flying isn't cheap. So that's where the fit, and eating there too, eating. So 53,000. So that's over and above. But with buying a new phone, 1,900, that's not so bad, would you say? Didn't buy the phone, it would be almost 1,400. Still not bad, right? So, but that's my that's my cost of living. No smoke, no booze, no cable. I have decent internet. I don't go out much. It's boring by myself. I made up for it on that trip, though. I ate all the good places and not cheap entries. So that's for September. Now I'm in Dumaguete, as you know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was an earthquake in Cebu, which is just north of here. The earthquake was on the northeastern point of Cebu. Felt it here. Now, I sat through quite a few earthquakes in California, so I'm accustomed to them. But there were jolts. Not so here. It's just lateral movements, forward, backwards. It's weird. It's a weird feeling because it's like you're on a flotation device that was moving. And it lasted for several seconds. I'm going to say 15 or so, 15 to 20 seconds. Not scary because I've been through them. People here are panicking, unfortunately. But this morning, while I was either driving, I didn't feel it because I went for groceries. Usually I do pickleball, but for one reason or another, it was canceled at a certain location, and I thought no one was going to show up at the other location, so I went shopping instead. But there was a pretty significant one on the southeast side of Mindanao. That's the large bottom island of the Philippines. So south, not too far from Davao, or Davao, however you want to pronounce it. 7.6. People here felt just a little jiggle, but that's more substantial now. 7.6. The one up north was like 6.7. Speaking of which, I meant to maybe if I can get online and get a copy of a little bit of damage on my friend's condo, not even inside, just the walls on the outside of it, in the hallway. Between every door, there's like a half, 3/4 inch crack, floor to ceiling, and this way and that way. I don't know if they had rebar in there or what, because if you're using rebar, there's no way the concrete will open half an inch. So it wasn't a newer place, it didn't appear to me to be, but that was substantial down south. There's some damage very close to the earthquake in Cebu Island there 2 or 3 weeks ago, but nothing here except for just a little bit of lateral movement, which was almost funny because it was so gentle. Not to suggest that there won't be a major one here that would shake things up pretty good. But that's a little bit of what's going on here. Weather's the same, just hot and humid. Rain is getting to be almost over. It's rained maybe once or twice, just a little, the last week or two. Mind you, the other night it poured for about an hour. I mean, it really poured down. But life goes on. Probably where you are too. It's either enjoyable or something negative going on. Look at the politics and what's going on now. You can get all frustrated with stupid people. I have a T-shirt that says, "Duct tape can't fix stupid, but it can muffle the sound." That's about the size of some of this, what's going on. But I don't want to get into politics. At any rate, I hope you guys have a good rest of the month. I'll try to be more punctual, and take care. Be careful. Eat right. Sleep well, which I'm having a problem with now. Thinking too much, But life is short. Enjoy it. Be ready for what comes after eternity. Take care, all. Bye-bye now.